welcome to the channel. This is basically a follow-up of the unboxing video I did on the Huepar GF360G Lazer Level. So as I said, it's a follow-up video, and if you didn't check it out, I've unboxed it already, made a quick video, but on this one we're going to go through some of the specs and the features of it and do a few tests, so a little bit more in depth, give you a bit more information. Also, just need to point out, I have been sent this free of charge, so I've not bought it myself. They've just asked me to make a little video, so that's what I'm going to do. And they've not told me what to say though, or what to include. So I'm not biased in any way, completely my own views. And you've also got a chance to get your hands on this for absolutely nothing. So stick around, and it could be yours. First thing I thought I'd do then is talk through some of the specs of the model being the GF360G, the G standing for the green laser because you can get it with a red one as well. It's a class 2 laser, as we saw when we unboxed it. It's got the 3 different lasers. You don't have to have them all on at once. You can cycle between them, which I will show you how. It's got a working range then of, it says up to 45 meters, which is quite a good range. If you use it with the receiver though, which we don't have, so I can't actually test that, it says you get 40 to 60 meters out of that. Whereas if you pick up the red laser, the working distance is a bit shorter at 30 meters, so you've got a 15 meter difference there, which is actually quite a bit. Working time, should get about 5 hours out of it, on a full charge. That's if you're using all 3 lasers, so you don't have to have them all on at once. You can cycle through them, which I'll show you. But what you can do, if you open up this little door here, as you can see, you can plug it into the mains. So if you need it running for longer than 5 hours, you can have it plugged in directly and it'll keep going. And I think you can even do that without the battery in there. But if you just want to charge it, you don't have to take the battery out. Battery's at the bottom. It just slides out like so, and we put it in the base it came with, which is on the unboxing. But you don't have to charge it when it's out. You can leave it in, plug it in, and that'll also charge up. Other things then, it's got an IP rating of 54, so it's water and dust proof, shock, impact proof as well. Hopefully won't chuck it around if you can help it. Does come with a 1-year warranty though. And then we've also got the threads. We've got a 1/4" thread and a 5/8 there, so you've got your choice of how to mount it, and obviously you can mount it on the base it came with. They do sell their own like tripod. I've not got one though, but luckily I've got a tripod with a 1/4" thread on it, so I'll try that and we'll get some videos of it in action. It's also got the 2 modes. So you have this little switch here which you slide across, so that also turns it on. So that's in the locked, which one are we on? No, it's not. That's in the self-leveling mode. So at the minute it's flashing, as you can see. If we try and put it on a flat surface, now it's level, it's no longer flashing, and that's up to 3mm. So if we go up a little bit, if we tilt it, it will start flashing again. Put it back on a flat surface, it will self-level itself out. If you work into your own angle though, what you can do, although that acts like it turns it off, you can press and hold your power button, and that will bring it on. And you can have this at any angle you want without it flashing. What it will do though is go on and off, just a quick flicker every 3 to 5 seconds, like so. And that's just to show that you're in manual mode, basically. Also then, to cycle through the lasers, like I say, we've got 3. We've got the button at the back, which I'll show you here. The on button, it also works as the lasers. So we've got the P as well. So I thought it's 4 buttons, it's only actually 2. That's just showing you what they are. So the P is the pulse mode, that's to work with the receiver. I'm not sure if you'll pick it up very well, but basically if you press it once, it actually makes it a little bit dimmer, and that's to work in the pulse mode with the receiver, and that'll make it go a little bit further. We haven't got one, so we're going to put it back on the normal mode, slightly brighter for us. And then the other option we've got then is the laser itself. So I'm going to turn it around so hopefully you can actually see them cycle through. So we just press it. See, the front one's gone off, side one, and then we've just got the one at the top on at the minute. So now just the one at the front. Now 2 again, and 3, 2, and not just the one at the top, and that's how you cycle through them. If you want to turn it back off when you're in manual mode, again just hold your button for a couple of seconds and it's off. Thought I'd just throw in a quick size comparison. So this is the little Magnusson level I'm currently using. Bought this myself, very happy with it. I've done a video on that if you want to check it out. As you can see, the Huepar is quite a little bit bigger, a little bit more weight to it as well. With the Magnusson, we have only got the one option of the 1/4 of the inch. Like I say, we've got the two options with the Huepar, and we've only got the one laser with the Magnusson, but for me that's plenty. I don't use it all that much, so for what I need it for, that's enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this away. So if you want a chance of getting your hands on it for free, just like, comment and subscribe. So if you just comment that you've done so, if you like and subscribe, pop it in the comments that you've done so, and I'll pick a name out at random, get your details if you're the winner, and I'll get it sent off to you. Right, I wanted to do some similar tests to what we ran with the Magnusson. So we've set it up against the same wall over there. That's about 13 meters away. As you can see, we have also got the beam going off in this direction, but that doesn't really matter too much. You can see it going up that wall there, up the ceiling. It's hard to pick up on the camera, but I can see it very clearly by eye. You can see it going all the way along, look, down that wall, and to the point where we're going to be. Bearing in mind, this is with the lights on. I'll just turn them off and see if I can give you a little bit of a better look. So it's still not a dark room, but from the opposite side of the hall I can see it clearly. Even on the camera it's picking it up. So what we'll do now, we'll go over there and make sure it's level. So it is slightly above the previous line which we drew, and that was from the previous test. I'm not going to draw another line on the wall, but I have got my spirit level with me. So if we sit there just underneath, probably can't pick up on the video, but the bubble is bang in the middle. We'll get the vertical now as well. So again, we'll go alongside of it. I've also got the light switch back on now and I can still see it clearly. So running right alongside of that beam now, and again, bang in the middle on both them bubbles, and that's on the self-leveling setting, so that clearly works, no problems. So the next test then, again, same with the Magnusson, exactly the same test. I've got a cross drawn on that wall and I've managed to line it up as close as I can. Again, it's on the self-leveling setting, so let's see how accurate we got it. I drew the cross with the level, and then I wanted to match it basically. So as you can see there, now I'm stood in the way, the cross, and the line's just there, look. We've even got the door open, we've got the lights on, and it's still nice and bright. If I put my hand in the way, you can see the lines go along. I might have it slightly below, but you can see it's still straight. So another test passed, and I'm very, very impressed so far with the brightness of this one. Right, I've brought it outside. We're 6 meters away. Obviously it's light outside, we're doing it against a white wall, so kind of ultimate test, and we're barely visible. You probably can't even pick that up on the camera. No, I don't think I can see it on the camera. It's basically here and it's coming down and across. You might be able to see it very, very faintly. Try and turn the brightness up. It's literally just here. So that's at 6 meters away, and to me you couldn't work with that, so we're going to move it a bit closer and see how close it has to be for working distance. Now I moved it a little bit closer. We're at 4 meters away now. I can see it by eye. On camera you can't pick it up quite so well. It's just coming down here. Again, it's not the brightest. You probably still struggle to work, depending on what your job you're doing, but obviously our side, that's at 4 meters away, which you might not need it that far, but I just wanted to do these tests. I'm going to bring it a bit closer now, so we can see it pretty well, but then we're also going to put the Magnusson level next to it to compare the difference. Right, we've got both lasers at 2 meters away from that wall now. Again, through the camera, I think it's quite hard to pick it up because they are both on. Go a little bit closer then. So, as you can see here, we've got 2 lines and we have got the one going across. One going across is from the Huepar, and the one on the left is the Magnusson. In terms of brightness then, the Magnusson is flashing because it's not on the self-leveling mode at the minute. But in terms of brightness, I wouldn't say there's much in it, to be honest. Retail price for the Magnusson is about £50 full price, and the Huepar is around 170, I think, at full price. So in terms of working outside then, there's not much difference there. I'm going to take it back in and do a little comparison along the wall with both, just to check that out. Right, so out of curiosity, we've got them both on, both 13 meters away, both on self-leveling. Lights are on, it's quite light outside. And let's have a look if we can see much difference, which personally I don't think we can. We've got the Huepar here with the cross and the Magnusson here with this cross. Honestly then, by eye, the Huepar is slightly sharper. I don't really think you can pick that up on camera all that well. The Magnusson then is this one, and it's slightly more blurred, but it's still bright enough to work with. It's a little bit thicker as well. So I suppose if you wanted to work to an exact amount, the line is a little bit thicker on the Magnusson. You're probably going to get a little bit more accuracy here with the Huepar, so that's something to take into consideration. There is a big price difference though, about £100 price difference, so I just wanted to do that little test just to point out. But in terms of brightness, they're both plenty bright enough at that distance away. As you can see, both down there, and they both light up, I'd say, pretty much the same. Right, for the next test then, we've got it on the included mount that it came with. We've got the magnets at the back there, and we've just put it on the 1/4 inch thread. I'm going to stick it onto a magnetic surface, try and get it as straight as possible, and there we go. It's already stopped flashing, so it's already levelled itself out. So obviously no issues there, that is nice and secure. Again, keeps levelling itself out. What I do like about this mount though, compared to the Magnusson, so the cheaper one, is you can swivel it on the mount itself. So if you need your vertical line moving, you can just swivel that. As you can see, it's levelled itself out. Obviously, if you wanted your horizontal line, you just slide this up and down your magnetic surface. I'm not good at it now because it's actually quite hard to do one hand because of how secure it is. But yeah, the Magnusson doesn't have that feature. It's just the straight L shape. So that is a nice little touch there that you can swivel that around. Final thoughts then. Very, very good. Very impressed with that. Would I spend that extra £100 compared to what I've already got to buy this? No. But that's only because I wouldn't get the use out of it. It wouldn't be worth my while. If I was going to be using it every day, then I definitely would. Because it's got the 3 lasers. You can tell it's better built just by holding it. It's heavier. It just feels better, to be honest. The case is a nice touch. It's got a few more accessories. It's rechargeable, which always adds on to the price of things these days. And then the biggest thing for me though would be the mount that it comes with. I was very, very impressed with that. It's nice and strong. It's nice and secure on the surface. It has got the hooks if you want to put some little screws in the wall. Again, the Magnusson one did, but where that one let itself down it is in a fixed position. The fact that you can swivel this while it's on a magnetic base was really good. I was really impressed with that. So, like I said, I definitely would buy it myself if I used it more. It was plenty bright enough for what I needed, but then it wasn't actually much brighter than the Magnusson. So again, a little bit disappointing, but then when I do think about it, I don't know how much brighter it could be. They'll both tested at about 13 metres away from the wall indoors, and I could see them both. But then by eye, like I say, you could tell it was a lot sharper, the line, so you'd probably be able to get a neater line to work with. The Magnusson one had started to blur out a little bit and it was a little bit thicker. So if you want more accuracy, again, I'd go with the Huepar. The outdoor test for me was the only disappointment. So it was at about 6 meters, and I could see by eye, but only very, very faintly. I'd say about 4.5 meters away, I could work with that, but very, very comfortable to see easily. I think it was about 2.5 to 2 meters away. But again, for me, I won't be using it outdoors. And I did do a test on a bright day against a white wall to really test it. And like I say, at 2 meters, I could work with that anyway. I wouldn't actually need it further away from that with what I'd be doing myself. So again, overall, very, very happy with that. If you've got any questions though, or you'd like to see anything else about it, please just ask away in the comments. But also, again, just a little reminder, if you want a chance to kind of win this, I'm going to give it to someone free of charge. If you just like, subscribe, comment that you've done so, I'll pick a winner at random and I'll get it sent out to you. So hope this has been helpful to you, hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.